doing? Got some goodies to show you today. I've put links to the eBay sellers that I purchased from down below because, oh hey Andrea, I've put links to the eBay sellers down below because one of them is, she's quite a big shop, she's got a lot of goodies and they're very, very reasonably priced, and she's got lots of different, hi baby, is Maddie, hi Maddie, hi boo boo. She's got lots of different offers where you know, buy two you get one free and all that kind of stuff. I put loads in my basket and then just asked for a total, and she sorted it out within minutes. So she was a very, very good seller. But also, this seller had some really nice stuff. A little bit expensive, but it comes wrapped up nicely. You know, that always makes me feel good. I mean, literally, this is how the rest of it arrived, in a bag. And this one came like this with, she's got my invoice and a little note. Lovely little note saying thank you for your custom, a little card with all her information on it and a discount code and everything. It's those little things, people, that make a difference. I mean, obviously they'll both get positive feedback. But if I need to buy items that are delicate again, this is the seller I'll go to because I know they're going to arrive nicely, wrapped nicely and looked after, because these are delicate. So, hey Ash, what do you want to see first? Do you want to see the Victorian junk journal as it is at the moment, my Filofax junk journal, because I've done a lot of work on it. Basically, I haven't been able to stop. When you get the bug, you get the bug, you know. Or do you want to see my goodies so you can imagine how... I'm going to show you the goodies first because I want you to imagine how I might use them. I actually already know how I'm going to use them, but, you know. So, this one, I'm going to try and open it carefully because it's... I want to be able to put it back in this so that it doesn't get damaged because it's quite delicate. I purchased some chiffon rosebud lace. Of course I bought black, but I also bought some other colours to try. So this is the black. Comes on a black net. Beautiful rosebuds. Obviously they're a bit squished at the moment. They actually do sit up properly once they've been ruffled up. But obviously they've been in the post, so they're a bit flat at the moment. So I've got the black. And I've also got some samples of the royal blue, which is a bit brighter than I thought it was going to be actually. The purple, which Rachel will love. And the silver grey, which is the one that I actually wanted a sample of, but if you bought two samples, you got one free, and they were 99p for a sample. So I got these for 99p. Sorry, I got these for 1.99, 1.98, whatever it is, and then, oh, sorry, you're a little off camera, aren't you? Let me move you across just a tiny bit. There we go. There you go. Now you can see what I'm doing. Sorry. The silver grey is gorgeous, isn't it? It's not shiny exactly. It's kind of got that... It's not made of chiffon. It's made of kind of very shiny cotton. It's hard to describe. It's kind of got that glisten that nylon has. So it's not really shiny and metallic, but it kind of catches the light. It's really pretty. I love this. But I wanted this sample, and then I thought, well, I'll get the blue ones as well because I love blue, and then I can try to get the purple ones, which actually I prefer the purple to the blue, but the purple are very nice. See, they don't catch the light so well as the silver grey ones, but they are very pretty. Again, like I say, they look a bit scraggly at the moment. They've been in the post, okay? So I've got 4, oh, there should be 5 of those, never mind. I might have dropped one or left it in the packet. And then I've got the blue, which is gorgeous. Look at that blue. Oh. So I don't mind that these are single because I will use them as rosettes anyway. They come on a clear backing, whereas the black is a proper strip and it comes on black backing. So yeah, they'll pop back into shape without any problem as soon as I start. Oh, there's the other purple one. It's in the bag. See, I told you I would have left it in there somewhere. But yeah, so shout out to Pt2, as in the dress, Pt2 2214. I'm going to keep those out. That should give you a clue as to what they're going to be used for. And of course I got a metre of the black because of course I did. I mean, I'll still use it as single florets probably, but so I'm just going to keep it in there until I find more suitable packaging for it so that they don't get, because that net is very delicate. I don't want to get caught on anything. So there's my silver. That's the one I'm going to use for my Victorian Filofax. So think about what that might be for. Now this little haul, I actually don't need all of this for my Victorian Filofax, but she had such good prices on this stuff. I got all of this. Look at all this sparkly stuff was less than £10. All of it. The whole thing, less than £10. And all of this, actually, I think I paid £2 and £2.50 for the metre. Rachel, look what I got. She's back. I know you'll be a bit confused by now, Rach. So, Rachel, we're YouTube public. Just so you remember. Look at that beautiful purple. It doesn't show purple on there. It shows more purple when you put it next to the blue, actually. If you put it next to the royal blue, it actually does look purple. So I'll save you a couple of those because I know you'll like them. How's your mum? How is she? You doing all right, Dor? She's fine. Everybody who knows Dor from class, she's fine. Just, you know, she's in her 90s. She has days where she ends up doing a little trip to the hospital just to make sure she's okay. But she's fine. So nobody panic. She's looking a lot better now, that's good. She took a little turn, as my grandmother would say. She took a little turn. That's good. As long as she's better, that's fine. You know what that is, Dor? Not drinking enough tea. That's what happens. You dehydrate when you don't drink enough tea. Anyway, let me get on with my sparkles. Look at these sparkles. Oh, there's the silver grey, Rach. That's the other one I bought, and black, obviously. So these sparkles, all together, less than £10. She's going into rehab soon. Oh, that's good. They're going to keep her for a couple of days, are they? Just to explain, for those who know Dor. For those who don't, she's old. Deal with it. For those who know Dor, she got a bit wobbly on her feet. She ended up in hospital. And they're sending her to... physio's sending her to rehab to get her a little less panicky when she's walking about. eBay. All of this is from eBay. I've put the sellers down below. All of this for £10, under £10, and that lot was under £5. I don't remember exactly how much, but it was very cheap because I don't spend a lot of money on stuff. But I needed some sparkles. I lost all my sparkles, so this is the 24 row Diamante, and it's a metre. So just getting that for under £10 is a good deal, honestly, because it's so hard to get this stuff for a good price. I also got some black. So this is black with, it's like choker style diamante, which once upon a time I would have worn as a choker. Spot the goths. It's not as wide as I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be 1 inch wide, but it seems to be only half an inch wide. Maybe I picked the wrong one. But it's very pretty nonetheless. There's this, which is beautiful green applique. It's one of those iron-on, stitch-on or sew on, iron-on, stitch-on or glue-on ones. Now where I'm going to put it, I can't iron it on because what it's going to go on is nylon, so I can't iron it. So I'll probably have to stick it, and then I'll stitch it in strategic places to make sure that it doesn't come off. I also got this, which is gorgeous. Look at this green fringing. Because of course my colour scheme for March is green, so I thought, well, if I'm going to buy stuff, I'll get it in green. I had to buy a meter, so I'll buy it in green, and then I'll be able to use it for next month as well. But it's beautiful, isn't it? She had all sorts of colours in. She had about 20 different colours in most of these. Again, details down below in the link. This is the Crafty 15. The other one was Tutu. She does ballet stuff, like chiffon type stuff. This is more fringing, but it's really unusual to find somebody who sells so many different types of fringing with so many different types of sparkle. And honestly, this was only... I had so much stuff in my basket. I was up to about 40 quid, even with discounts. And I thought, no, I can't do that. So I saved all the green and silver, and everything else I put back. Everything else, sorry, the green, the silver and the black, everything else I put back. Because although I wanted it, you know, I'm not going to use it straight away. So I thought, well, I'll do another purchase maybe next month. You've got to limit yourself on this stuff. You can't spend 40 quid on trimmings in one go. I mean, that's ridiculous. But that's beautiful, isn't it? It's hard to see, but it's like a ladder with little metallic sparkles in the middle. So it's kind of like oh, there you go. You can see it better there. Let me see if I can get my autofocus to work today. You never know. It might work. Keep your fingers crossed. Let's see if we can get it to work. Oh, there you go. Now you can see what it looks like. It's so pretty. It must be for like, I'm assuming for like wedding dresses and ball gowns and stuff like that. Although this is all a bit gaudy for wedding dresses, but you know, ball gowns, that kind of stuff. It must be for, because it's not Indian style. It's not the sari style stuff. It's just normal trimmings. I got some green because I thought the green diamante was pretty. I also had blue and red and purple and all sorts of other colours in my basket, but we'll get those at another date. Because this stuff lasts for ages, so spending £1 on one of these is nothing, is it? But I don't need the other colours right now, so I just got the black, the green, and a big thing of the silver, which I use a lot. This is gorgeous. I think this is wedding dress lace. Look how shiny and sparkly it is. Oh, I'm definitely going to be able to use that on lots of stuff. Lots of things. The thing about this stuff is you very rarely use more than a little piece of it at a time. So it lasts for ages. So there's that one. Then I got this guipure lace, which is the stuff that's made on a bobbin. Let me... There you go, now you can see it. This is the lace that's actually made on a bobbin. I think it's made by machine these days, but guipure lace originally was bobbin lace. So I had to have some of that. That's very Victorian. That's why I got that one. And I got a dark green for something specific as well in my book. So there's the dark green's much thinner, but it's pretty. It's very decorative edging. I'm not a white lace kind of girl. You know, when you say Victorian shabby chic, I'm not a pink lace and coffee stains kind of girl. This is unbelievably gorgeous. This is, hang on a second, let me put it across and then I can focus. This is black. So this is really, I love this. This is amazing. And again, you know, you're not going to use more than a little bit at a time. So I don't mind spending a couple of quid on something like that that's going to last for absolutely ages. I got one without the diamantes because I actually really liked the florets. And again, this came in about 6 different colours. I could have really gone to town getting all the different colours. It's kind of like plastic with nylon thread through it. It's almost like Christmas tree decorations. You know, the way Christmas tree decorations, they're quite strong, but they're quite light, they're very light. So it's not heavy at all. It just looks really pretty. So that's going to get used in a few places. And then this one, oh my goodness, look at this one. This is gorgeous. Look at that. I have never, ever seen trimming like that before. Again, it's nylon thread with plastic bits, but look how pretty it is. Isn't that gorgeous? And of course, moons and stars, that's my thing, isn't it? So we had to have that one. But I could have bought one of absolutely everything she had. It was all so beautiful and in so many different colours. There was something of everything. There was about 5 or 6. That's your favourite? Yeah, that's my favourite, I think. Well, I really like the fringing. I think the fringing is beautiful. But yeah, that's my favourite one. That one, the fringing and the black guipure. These are my favourite ones. But look at these, the way you can layer these up, you see. Look how you could put one of those in each of the florets of the lace. Just one in each floret would look so pretty. Ugh. Okay, so that's the haul from Crafty 15. Both links to the eBay sellers are down below. So now you've seen the bits. Actually, let me put those back in on that bag so they don't get caught on things. These are the ones that I already have plans for. This is the bits that I actually went on there to buy specifically. Everything else was just, oh, I think I can manage to get some of that because it was less than 15 quid for the whole thing. So, and I didn't have anything like that, so it had to be done. Want to see? Want to see? This is where she's up to. I'm so happy with her. All of this is stuff that I already had. All the printables that you see in here. And again, all of this information is down below. I've been very good today. I've put it all down below. Everything that I've printed out has either come from a public domain site, like a museum or gallery, that has downloadable images. It's actual printed pieces from books, so it's not subject to copyright because it's not for sale. I've also taken a couple of freebies from the Graphics Fairy because she's got quite a lot of Victorian images, and Pixabay, which is fabulous for backgrounds. If you want background papers that you want to print out instead of spending a fortune on scrapbook papers, go and download a few off Pixabay and buy somebody a coffee. So much so much better way to spend your money, in my opinion. Everything has been put together by me except for this. This was made by my friend Anam. Those of you who know Anam know how crafty she is. She made me these and a purple one back when I had dreads, because I find it very difficult to find anything that actually, you know, most hair accessories are not very big. So I couldn't find anything that would stand out against my dreads, because I had massive dreads down to my bum. And there was a lot of them. So she made me these florets. I've got a black one, a red one, a purple one and a green one. But I thought, hang on a minute. This happened to be, obviously I don't wear it in my hair anymore. I suppose I could. Look a bit silly though. It happened to be clipped to the light fitting next to where I was sitting. And I thought, hang on a minute, that goes really nicely on there. So I stuck it on and it just finishes the front really nicely. This, I haven't put anything in here yet, but all of this has been stitched on. So this is a Filofax Fusion and it's canvas. If you didn't see part 1, I've put the link below, where you see it, the Filofax as it started. But it's basically this canvas webbing with a black leather thing around the middle. I plan to put a piece from a book, probably Wuthering Heights, in here, but I can't find my book. So I might have to print something out or photocopy a bit from one of my other books. I've got a copy that I pull apart that was already falling apart, but let me grab a... So this is a pocket here. It is a proper pocket, this is too big to go in it. It goes all the way down to the bottom. These are chips of various different crystals. It looked a little bit rough because my stitching is not the neatest, which is okay, I don't mind that. But it did look a little bit rough on the front, so I thought I'll just put some precious stones down there. So I've got hematite, garnet, amethyst, white pearls, blue agate, moss agate, citrine, brown pearls, all down the front there, which I think really made it quite pretty. I like that. And then on the back is the layering that you saw on the first video, and on this side is the spine. I sewed the lace with my sewing machine onto a strip of this, and then I sewed this onto here, and it's sewn around all 4 corners so that it's free from the back, so it's not stuck to the back of the spine. That way it can be moved about. But this white lace, as you can see, is already getting grubby. Well, I don't think it was white, I think it was ecru. But it's already getting grubby. And I don't mind that on the front, but on the spine, I'm not liking it. So I was thinking... I thought I'd need 5 of these, but I think I'm only going to need 3. I was thinking of putting those on there. I mean, obviously it'd be without... I'll take it off the... I'll trim the... Words! God, I can't do words this week. What's wrong with me? I'll trim the netting down, obviously. But that's a job for small scissors. But then I thought, if I put those on there, that'd look really pretty. And very over the top. And it's a Victorian one, so of course it's going to be over the top. Why not? More is more. I don't do minimalism, people. Don't do minimalism. Okay, so this piece is going to go on the back, on here. I wanted something... I like the black lace. I love the black lace, but I just thought it was a little bit boring just to have that when the front was so decorative. So I thought if I got an applique, and I really liked the green. They didn't have it in black. If I could have got it in black, I would have got it in black. I think that would have been nicer. But I really liked the green. I thought the green looked really cool. Plus the green won't show dirt quite so badly. So I think that's going to be really cool on there. And obviously you'll have you'll be able to see the florets on that side too. So that's how that bit's going to look. So inside, I've done some of the dividers, but I haven't done all of them. First off, the inside of the Filofax itself. This is one of the collage tags that I made. The green does look nice with the black and silver. That's why I went for the green. Yeah, I could have gone red, but it was a little bit... It was more gothic. The red looked really nice, but it was more gothic than Victorian. I thought the green looked very Victorian. So there's one of the collage tags. I just put that there for a bit of decoration because there's nothing on here yet. Again, all of this is either stitched, glued, or both. I did this bit on camera the other day. This bit is where the credit card slots were, and I knew I didn't need them. So I sewed a piece together here that was big enough. I glued it down at the bottom here so that it won't get stuck on anything when I put things in the pocket. I tacked it around the outside, and then this bit is all sewn. So anywhere I could sew it, I have, but in a lot of places it's also glued. Same with this. This is glued down in there so that I can use the pocket. And I used, rather than Aleene's, I used E6000 on these pocket edges because I don't want it to be pulled easily. Again, with it being a nylon Filofax, I wasn't sure how the Aleene's would actually stick over time. So I used the E6000, E6000, whatever it's called. And I put that on there. And then I managed to push... You can see the edge of the piece there. I managed to push it all the way under the Filofax piece. So again, I stuck E6000. Is it E6000 or E600? I keep saying both. I don't know. I put it on and then I slid it under and then I closed the Filofax so that it stuck. And then I've sewn it on the top here and here. So it is really well stuck, but it's also glued. And then I did the same at the back. This notepad pocket, originally it was a band across there, but I knew I didn't really want to use the whole, like a top and bottom opening pocket, wasn't going to be of much use. So instead I put a piece of lace over the whole thing and then I added another pocket to it and I didn't stitch it down, so now I've got 3 pockets instead of a notepad slot. So this is all in one piece, and then I stitched it around there, and I stitched that little bit on there. And again, this is, I've got a little notebook in there, and then that is stuck with E6000 again, so that it doesn't lift up or anything. And I used a lolly stick and on a piece of greaseproof paper, and I put the glue on the edge, and then I used the lolly stick to scrape the glue down so that it was right on the edge of the piece. And then I put it on and I used the other end of the lolly stick to squish it down. And as you can see, you can't even see the glue. But it's definitely not going to keep coming up. I've got a little cute little notebook in there. Isn't that sweet? Just happened that it fitted in that thing and the colours matched. I've got a few my rose notebook paper, a couple of those in there. Let's put it that way around and then you can see the roses. There we go. It's just a spare journal card. I thought I might put a photo on there or something. So I've basically just been throwing things in. This is quite a big pocket here. On this particular Filofax, the loop is sewn down that way, so it goes inwards like a lot of these notebook ones do, so annoying and so small you couldn't get a pen in it. So what I did was I glued the stitching, the brown stitching on either side, and then I undid it from this bit, and now it hangs outside the Filofax, which is much better. So you can see there's where the stitching is. You can see I've just, it's stuck there, and it's stuck there, and this has been taken out. I've got to put a little bit of glue on this as well, just to make sure, but I might stitch that actually, because it'll probably hold better if I stitch it. And I've got my dip pen in there, because I thought, why not, you know. The back pocket, I haven't done anything to this because I've got big postcards in here. I could potentially put something down there, but I thought, you know, I might just leave it. I've got some big postcards that my mum and dad have sent me from all over the world, and I've got some small, larger size journaling cards I thought I would put in there. So, you know, by the time you've got that in there, you can't see anyway. What I thought I might do was perhaps put a journaling card, maybe with something on the edge, so that goes in the front, so that you get lace over what's in it. I thought that might be, I might do that. In fact, I think I've got a couple of these big postcards that nobody's written on, so potentially I could use one of these big postcards. So that's the cover itself. I've seen a lot of people use a Filofax as a junk journal, but I've never seen anybody actually completely change the cover, which is what I wanted to do. I was thinking of maybe using, I'm a bit unsure now because this is not as wide as I thought it was going to be, but I was thinking of perhaps doing some of that across the middle. But I'd have to use 3 widths. I don't know. Potentially. Or perhaps some of this one across the middle. Just to take the blandness off that bit of leather. I'm not sure. I really just want to cover up the Filofax logo. I want it to be not particularly recognisable as a Filofax. That was the aim, because I've never seen somebody do the whole cover, like I say. They usually use a Malden or something and then do the inside. These are both pockets for the file that were in the Filofax already. And what I'm going to do with these is put something, again, with something that is decorative on the edge. Perhaps not this, it's too big. But something that's decorative on the edge. So all you'll see is that. So that, again, that bit is covered, but I don't have to actually stitch anything onto it, because I think that would be a nightmare, honestly. I'm still looking for I've got a Tim Holtz metal tag that says Curiosities, and I'm still looking for it, because if I can find that, I can put that on there, and that will be perfect. That will be exactly what I wanted. Okay, so inside you can see it looks pretty stuffed. It's actually not that stuffed, it's just that there's a lot on the edges, which is fine because this Filofax has a strap, so it still does up even though it's ridiculously thick. I made some dividers, and these are all either dividers I already had, so this was the basic divider and I've just added some bits to it, or they're on pieces of white card. So the first one is the Commonplace Book 1, which is got some lace on the back. It's got a white pocket here, and then I did a belly band, lace belly band across here. So this is actually underneath as well. And for all the dividers, I've just popped things in that kind of go with it. Like this is for the Empire India exhibition at Earl's Court. So I've popped things into them, but they're not necessarily going to stay there because I don't want to pre-decorate it too much, she says. This is acetate, so I printed these on acetate. The font is Victorian Parlour condensed. There's 2 types. One is quite big and this one is much thinner. Both available on DeFont for free. So I thought that looked really nice.
So I've got notes in that section on actual commonplace books. I've got some more notes to go in here. I've lost the printable for this. I don't know where it's gone, and because it's acetate, I can't see it anywhere. So it could be on the floor. I don't know. This is going to be personal ideas and notes, and obviously not entirely finished, but it's blue because I love blue. And I found this is from a 12 by 12 scrapbook paper, and I kept it, and I thought, what if I put that in as a little tape measure? That'd be kind of cool. It's just a piece of ribbon holding it together. I've got some Halloween bits and pieces that are just popped through for decoration for now, so it doesn't look empty. So in the personal bits, I've got entertainment stuff. So this is from Dancing Skeleton, Halloween Fright Night Extravaganza. Extremely hideous, but it's all very Victorian style, because they were all into the macabre and the creepy and freaky. And I've got taken some of my things to do paper and just jazzed it up a bit so it doesn't say things to do. This is, I had 2 journal cards this size, and I put them together in the scanner, and I made a piece of paper that was big enough to put in here because I thought that would be cool for like accounts type stuff. Then I got family and friends. This one's not finished, and it's got a pocket there. This has got is folded up. It's just there for decoration at the moment, but I actually thought I could perhaps put a photo in it or something. I think originally I had it like that. This is just a scrap of material that I had spare that I put in there. Again, it's just for decoration. As I use it, I will use up the bits. There's another pocket in there. These are all bits and pieces that I've printed out, or this was from a kit actually that I purchased on Etsy, and I can't remember the girl's name. I'll have to find it. Mrs. Winslow's opium syrup. If that's not a Victorian advert, I don't know what is. So this is friends and family section. I think I need a food section. I don't have a food section. I do have an art section. It's quite plain on the back, but I like this. I've got lots of Waterhouse in here at the moment, and this is my first entry. I did this yesterday. Andrea, Prairie Knitter there, introduced me to this beautiful painting. It's called Young Hair. It's by Albrecht Dürer. I didn't know who he was until I saw the praying hands. You know, the Lutheran praying hands that are kind of like that? Yeah, that's him. But that hair is just, oh, the detail on this thing is unbelievable. And if you go to the, I can't remember which museum it's at, but one of the museums in Germany, it's a German museum. If you look for Albrecht Dürer Young Hair, Feldsara, is it called? Feldhase, it's called, by Dürer. They actually have a full-size downloadable printable that will print A3. It's a 9x8 originally, so it's quite a decent size. But they have a proper printable, and the detail on it, you can zoom right in and see all the detail. It's unbelievable. So beautiful. So unusual to see something scientifically, anatomically, and realistically correct from 1502. I mean, it's just amazing. He was doing pre-Raphaelite realism before the pre-Raphaelites. So I wrote all about the young hair on there, and then I wrote a little bit about Albrecht Dürer, German Renaissance, on there, because I wasn't overly familiar with him. And I've got lots of Waterhouse sketches and things in here that I'm gonna I'm currently on a Waterhouse Sketches kick because I love the way he does faces. I find it very difficult to do lips, and his lips just look amazing on all his paintings. So I thought, well, I'll go and look at his sketches and see how he draws them. This is something I've just something I've had hanging around my desk for ages because I wanted to practice drawing hands. So I thought, well, I'll put that in there as well. This is all my blank papers, which you saw in the last video. This is, oh, that one's come out of the rings. Does tend to do that. This is my science and nature section. So I've put my steampunk badge on there. I might actually stick it to here, but I haven't finished this yet. That's what I wanted this for. Actually, I think I might put it down that edge. I just wanted something really ridiculously ornate for the science and nature one, because why not? And then on the back here, oh no, that's the green one, sorry. The green one is for the science and nature. There we go, because it goes well with this. So that's going to go on there. I'll probably put some black on the bottom to match the top. These are just pinned in. This is collaged. That just pins in under the lace. Bobby pins, people! If you run out of paper clips, bobby pins, and you can put little buttons. Yeah, buttons. That's the word I'm looking for. Little buttons with the ones with the shanks. Put them on there, or stick something on there. I could stick, for instance, how about one of those on a bobby pin? Tray decorative, very cute. I like it. I could even stick one of those on a bobby pin if I really wanted to, you know. But yeah, bobby pins, super cheap, and you can decorate them and paint them and all sorts because they're plastic. This is a printable. I need to put something plain behind this, I think, because with the printing it doesn't really show up. It's an artificial sphere. You know, the ones with the zodiac and the horizon and all of that stuff. I've got a few bits of printed things and collected things in here already just to show you what it's like. And then this is my literature section. So I separated art and literature. I don't really do music particularly. I can put like music and podcasts and stuff in personal notes and ideas, so I don't need a music section specifically. But art and literature are my two main things. I used that piece that I've been holding on to for ages from Jules as a pocket. And then I've put this in with a... It's nothing fancy, it's just something in the pocket, that's all. With a Jane Davenport girl pin, which I thought looked good on the writer's page. This is just a printout, again from Pixabay. A couple of book bits, and then this is a triptych that I printed out. Isn't that gorgeous? This was from, I think, from Graphics Fairy. It was either from Graphics Fairy or Pixabay. That's basically the only two places I get mine. But I'm pretty sure it was from Graphics Fairy. And I liked the little doggies. That's why I printed it out. But also I like the idea of all the, you know, maybe it's a post-suffragettes meeting or pre-suffragettes meeting, or maybe all the women writers having a little get-together over a cup of tea or something. I don't know. I don't think it's Victorian. I think it's slightly later. I think it's Edwardian because of the flat dresses. But I thought I printed out a basic parchment on the back. And I thought I could do lists of women writers that I want to look at. This is a hole punch that I got. It's got a bit of something on there that's stuck, but oh,
My voice is going, sorry. I woke up with a sore throat this morning. It's not good. You can pop something in there, and then I've got little black photo corners. So I thought I could put a photo corner on one side and use that as decoration on the other. Or even, you know, you can paper clip it. You don't have to. I think that's really cute. I'm going to have a coffee in a second. So this is all just my Filofax paper. Again, I talked about this in the previous video, so I'm not going to go into detail on that. This is my spiritualism one, which is what I got the black lace for. There we go. So this one is going to have the big black chunky lace on it. And also the moons, probably, because I've got the moon charm there. Sadly, it's lost all its patina. It was copper. It's copper plated with silver, so I might have to paint it to get it silver again. But I've got my printable, and I've got, this is just a little printable of the witch's excuse me, a little printable of the witch's alphabet, which I thought was quite cute. So I haven't finished that one yet, so I might do that one today. There's my goat, my goat kid. And a couple of Halloween cards, and then I've just put I've got a thing on astral projection there and stuff like that. I've got a chemistry, all the different symbols, like all of the different symbols for alchemy and astrology and everything. I've got a palmistry pull out because I'm interested in palmistry and how it relates to astrology. So this one's got all the astrological symbols. An astrologer at his desk. I think it's Nostradamus. In fact, Nostradamus at his desk, if I remember. Isn't that Jura? Is that the one I said the other day was Jura, Andrea? When we looked it up. I think it might be. Anyway. I've got my wolf paper in my witchy section because wolves are my spirit animal, so that seemed like a sensible idea. And then I've got this really cute from the notebooks of Villard de Hanacourt. It's from an art history book, but it's the depiction of Leo, which I thought was kind of cool. This is Baba Yaga, and I've got some feng shui stuff under there as well. Fortune teller. I think it's called Woman Reading Fortunes at the Table. I can't remember who it's by. I should have written it on the back. I usually do, but I can't remember. But it's a very Victorian parlour type of, you know, the old cook reading the tea leaves kind of thing. More paper, and then I've got a correspondences section. So this is the one that was originally just that cover. I added some green washi. I added the raven because it goes with the raven. This is from the raven. Quoth the raven nevermore, etc. So this is correspondences. I added another one at the back, so I literally stitched it on either side so that it becomes a pocket to put postcards and things in. These are just postcards. These are decorative postcards at the moment, but I thought they looked rather cool in there. I've got a letter in there, printed out a postcard. I've got this that a friend sent me, which I absolutely love, and it says, "You can wear your fancy attire all you want, Marie. I'm wearing the scuba suit and that's final." I love the Victorian sense of humour because they were either incredibly straight and, you know, they were ridiculous. I'm going to wear the scuba suit in my portrait. I've got a letter there from Anna, from Mrs. Brimble's, a little card that came from a Christmas card.
a couple of postcards that I printed out, a journal card, but this piece is actually some Japanese letter paper. I should have printed this on rice paper actually. I still don't know what that speciality paper is, but we think it might be rice paper, and it does print. It gets stuck in the printer occasionally, but if you print it the right way, what I found is you have to, you know when you put things in a printer, there's like, if that's the edge of the printer, that's the width of the printer, and you put your thing in there and you push the peg across. As long as you take the longer piece of paper and you fold it so that this corner edge is a double thickness to go in that way, it prints fine. If you try and print it with a single edge, that side, it doesn't work. It gets jammed in the printer. So yeah, if you've got really thin paper like that, try it. It does work. It takes a bit of getting used to. And you have to print it on like draft quality copier paper. You can't print heavy colours on it, but it looks really nice. Sorry, I'm covering that bit up because it's got personal information on it. I've got what my weights and measures and clothing sizes and, you know, all the useful bits, temperature conversions, stuff like that. And then these are from, this is from a 1987 Filofax. Sadly, it's got a piece missing. But this is a complete one. It's Road Maps of London from 1987. So genuine vintage. I told you I never throw anything away. And then this one is from 1992. This is a world map. And then it's got time zones and capitals on the back. This piece is undecorated. I might turn this into a raggedy because I really like the look of that. It's just there as a page lifter and to protect this, because you know what it's like with ordinary Filofaxes. If they've got bits that are going to stick, you really need a page lifter, and it's sturdy. But this is the black Filofax paper, and I used a lace punch on the edge because I thought that looked really nice, rather than just having the black. Just do it a bit decorative. And I just popped a little bit of something on there with a paper clip just to decorate it. I'm pretty happy with it. It's very stuffed, but it's not going to have a lot of extra stuff put in it. As I put new things in, like when I put the rabbit in yesterday, I took something else out that I knew I wasn't going to use. So I'm not going to keep... yeah, bye. See you, spammer. We don't do spam here. Not happening. It's unusual. We don't normally get spam over here. Yeah, so that's what's going on with it at the moment. Oh, did I miss that bit? That's just a wax envelope, but it feels really nice. So let's play about with. It's a bit of a problem. See, it's nowhere near overstuffed on the rings, even though it looks it. They say if you push it down and you can see ½ inch between the edge of the paper and the ring pull, then it's not overstuffed. It just is because of the bulk on this edge. I need to find my thing to put on there, but I was thinking maybe because moons and stars are my thing, I might put the moons and stars on there, like that. I think that'll really set it off. Thank you, Pearl. Yeah, I like that. It needs something else. It needs something else here. But I've got the acetate to put there, and I don't want to put anything on there till I've got the writing on there. But yeah, I think that will definitely be going on there. That'll be glued. So I guess I could do it now, couldn't I? Maddie! What's the Maddie making a noise for? Maddie's making funny noises. I've got to be really careful taking them in and out though, because they tend to jump out of the rings. Hello, Grumbler. Hi. Really? How about that? Okay, so. I know, Mr. Boo. I hear you. I know. Goodness me. Goodness me. Goodness me. Oh, what are you like? I know, I hear you. Hi. So, I'm not really sure what the best way to... do this will be, but I think E6000. What's the matter? Do you need to go potty? He needs to go potty. Give me a second. Come on then. Come on then. Let's go potty. Good boy. Come on then. Looking for my glue. I don't know where it is. There it is. Okay. Whew. Right, as we were saying. E6000. There we go. That's what it's called. So I think I'm just going to put a blob of this on each bit, because I don't think Aileen's is going to stick this stuff because it's plastic.
There we go. Yes. Very nice. I like it. Okay. It's a chunky monkey, this one. Now, I need something to finish this off. I was just wondering if this would clash with the gold. No, I don't think it will actually. More is more. I'm going to do the same with this one. Just use the 6000 on it. Where did I put it? Oh, there it is. Oops. Ha! It's ridiculously over the top. I love it. I can hear all the minimalists cringing. But I'm not a minimalist. Okay, so that's cool. I like that. I'm not too worried about putting anything on the front of these. I don't think they need anything on the front, on the back necessarily, sorry. Do I need to put anything on there? I kind of like that as it is. I think this is decorative enough. I don't feel they need anything on the back. This I'm going to add some more bits to, so I'm okay with that. That one looks okay. Not entirely sure about that purple. Maybe I should have gone with a different colour, but never mind. That's got a pocket anyway, so it doesn't need anything on there. This one, I think the picture speaks for itself, but I'm just thinking maybe I might run a little bit of, not a whole piece, but just a single row. Maybe on there. Not all 4 rows, but just a single row. These are slightly bigger. That might be better. It's not long enough. It's just have to be that way. So I want 3 there, and then there, I think. Scooby, be quiet. Leave it. Leave it. Leave it. Scooby! Scooby! Maddie, leave it! Don't make me come in there. It's going, kids. Okay, that's a little bit tricky. I think what I'm going to do is... put the glue on there. What's that ridiculous noise? Stop it! I could have just run a whole strip, but I don't think this would sit right if I did that, so I think it's better doing it this way. Oh, goodness me! Scooby! What on earth is he doing? What's he doing, Maddie? Go make him behave. Okay, I like that. It's decorative, but it's simple. And the artwork stands out rather than anything else. So that will need a bit more. Ugh. The webs on this glue drives me insane. There we go. So that's that one done. I like that. I think that sets her off nicely. Doesn't have to be a lot of bling just to make it look very fancy. I'm not going to do anything to the back of that one. This is the Science and Nature one, so I've got quite a bit to do on that one. The Literature one I think is done. I don't think I want anything on there because it's decorative front and back, and all this, I don't know if you can see it, but all this paper is embossed and stuff, so actually when you look at it and touch it, it's actually very decorative, and all this is ruffled and everything, so I don't think that needs any bling on it. Who knows, I might add maybe needs just one thing. I don't know. That's why I put that up there, because I thought it needed just a little something. But I don't think it needs... This is beautiful, look. I don't think it needs too much, that one. This one is not even started yet, and this one is almost finished but not quite. So let's do this one next. So this is a pocket. I don't think I want to put anything on the back. I've got a little round circle punch that I can do a dippy thing that lets you pull stuff out easily. I don't know what it's called. I don't want to put too much on this one, but I think I want to put some green lace on it. I think it wants some of that green on the edge. I might put the green on the back. How far do the postcards stick out?
Oh, they stick out too far. You wouldn't see it. Can't really put it on the front because it'll cover that up. So what about, since it's at the back, I could use the black. That doesn't really stand out either, does it? Okay. The problem is this is too close to the edge. I suppose it doesn't really matter since it's my book, I know what it says. I like that. I just wish that didn't cover up that bit. Oh, I know. I could flat sew it onto the edge, couldn't I? I need something to pierce. Something to pad this with. That'll do. Magic weapon. And a ruler. Oops. It's a tracer wheel. And it marks holes at equal distances, so it makes it easier to sew stuff. Because I think with the best will in the world, well, I can't, actually it's pocket, I can't do it on the machine anyway, but I don't think I could get that to stitch onto that edge. Without hand sewing it. Shall I tack it in place first? That might be a good idea actually. A bit of Pritt stick. Pritt stick is dry glue, so it doesn't gunge up your needle. Come on, needle, come up. This would have been easier if I'd done it before I stitched the pocket. Note to self. But what would be the fun in that, eh? This is where the holes come in handy, you see, because now I don't have to fight the cardboard. I'm not going to fight the lace either. I'm just going to stitch around it. I think that's the easiest way to do it. Because the holes are fairly even when you use a tracing wheel, you don't even have to really know where the holes are. You can guesstimate where they are. Run your needle down and it will just pop through the hole. Tracing wheels, best things ever invented. So who's crafting along with me? Who's doing stuff? What are you working on? Or are you just sitting with a cup of tea? Oops. Sit with a hot chocolate on a rainy day. Oh, what an excellent idea. That sounds perfect. Well, not the rain, obviously, but sitting indoors with hot chocolate, definitely. Same. Good for you. You girls know how to do it. Just eating your dinner. So I'm not doing anything fancy for this. I'm just doing a simple wrap stitch, so it just looks like that on the back. I'm literally just going round and round and round. You're sketching a raven. Oh, well, there you go. Hi, Abby. And continue. On there. Stitching is almost as relaxing as colouring for me. Oh, I've gone down the wrong hole there. Never mind. I'll come back up. Catch that stitch. That way. Go down there. There we go. Swapped me zigs and me zags over by accident. Happens. Sorry, you can't really see what I'm doing, but good old-fashioned Crayola crayons in your crafting. You can use them for wax rubbings and stuff like that, I guess. I have used them in the past, but I don't use them very much. The pencil crayons, yes, but not the wax crayons. There are various things you can do with them, like melting them and stuff, but that's not really my kind of thing. I know you can do encaustic type stuff with them. You can also use them for seals if you've got a seal. Anybody else know of anything you can do with wax crayons, people? Andrea's the crafty girl. If anybody knows, she will. Well, you know, why not just put them in a... If they look pretty, why not just put them in a pretty bowl or something, or a pretty vase, and just stick them as decoration? I mean... Why not? hole gone? There it is. Nope. It's hard to see these ones because they're on this black bit. It's hard to find the holes. But the piercer definitely makes life a lot easier. Do you write a lot of letters or anything like that? Maybe you could get yourself a ceiling stamp in a design you like and use them for that, and then you can use them as decoration and for crafty things. You just cut a sliver off and melt it on a spoon over a candle or a heat gun. I use a candle. Okay, we're getting there, look. This is why I don't sew normally on streams. I had a few people saying, oh, I wish you'd done your sewing for your Filofax on the stream. This is why I don't, because it's not very interesting to watch. And this is only an edging. You're actually going to see the finished result of this. Imagine if it was that inside of the Filofax, you wouldn't even see what the result was. Yeah, you have to be careful with wax crayons because they are actually flammable. So you don't want to heat it too much. You just want to heat it enough to melt it. But it can catch fire, so be careful. A lot of the survivalists carry a pack of Crayolas in their survival kits, because if you take a lighter to it, you can set it on fire and it'll burn, because they're made out of paraffin. But as long as you're careful, that's why I use a candle rather than a heat gun, because you can't overheat it. I stick my tongue out when I sew. My mum does that too. That one hasn't got a hole all the way through. There we go. Who else pokes their tongue out when they're concentrating? I can't help it. I'm really conscious of it now, and now I can't think straight, because every time I want to concentrate on putting the needle in, I want to go. Oh dear.
You do it too. Okay, as long as I'm not alone. There's that one. I'm amazed I have the patience for this, but I can see the end, so it doesn't really bother me. It's not like sewing a massive thing. I can see I've only got like a dozen stitches to go and I'm good. It's charming. What is this? The stitching or me poking my tongue out when I'm thinking? It's so funny because I just turned 47 like 2 weeks ago. And I haven't lived at home since I was 17. I've been back home for like a month or two at a time when I was a student, but since I left university I certainly haven't lived at home. And yet somehow in the last 2 years I've noticed a lot of the expressions I can feel on my face, suddenly I realise they're my mum's. My face feels like my mum's. It's very weird. The tongue thing. Okay. I remember as a kid when my mum would be concentrating on something, like she'd be knitting or something or sewing, and we'd sit there and count how many times she'd do it in an evening. It was one of our games. Almost done. A little bit more. Oops. Come on. Oh, I don't quite have enough to do the last stitch and still be able to tie it off. So I'm going to tie it off and I'm just going to stick a bit of glue on that last little bit. It's a bit too tricky to get the needle in there anyway, so I think it'll be okay. I think there's a U in there somewhere, but don't ask me where. I think tongue has a U in it. Okay. Needs a little bit of this. Aileen's would stick this, but I've got this to hand, so. Stick a little bit of that on there, like that. There we go. And this end is fraying. Oh, there's Aileen's. This end is fraying, so I'm going to put a bit of Aileen's on the frayed bit because it'll stop it coming undone. Must be easier. There we go. It's nice and tidy. I like it. Yes, looks cute. I don't think I want to add anything more to that one. I don't think. No, I think it'll be all right as it is with the. I can't really put anything down here except washi tape because I need to do a cutout. So I might put some washi tape. Might put some more of this washi tape down the edge there. Okay. Let's do, so we've got two very similar ones. We've got the spiritualism one and we've got the science and nature one. Let's do them both together so we can make them look a little bit different. Although there's not, not a whole lot of difference between science and nature and spiritualism bits. Not in my world anyway, but okay, I've got two of these, so I'm quite happy to stick this on there somewhere if I feel like it. So, and I need a guide. Oh, got the shakes. Okay, so this is the guide. It can't be any taller on each end. I kind of wish I'd punched the holes in a different place on this one. I wonder if I can repunch the holes and cover it with washi tape, and then I can put that long fringing on the bottom. I could do that, couldn't I? Okay, 1 second. Let me grab my bits. That washi tape. And yeah, just that washi tape. And that washi tape, maybe. And that one. And my hole punch. I've already added something to the top of this one, so it's already the right height. There. So I needed something on the bottom, and I was going to use the green fringe on that one. So that should be fairly quick, actually. Let me take this off. I was toying with the idea of leaving it on as a hanging charm, but honestly it's driving me nuts because it's so heavy. It needs to come off there and just be stuck on or sewn on or something, because it's too much. This is very light, and that's fine, but okay, so I think what I can do with this is, oh, let's take those off the back. What I can do with this is use my Moons and Stars washi tape, if I can find the edge of it. This washi tape does stick, but I find it sticks a bit better if you put some glue stick on it. So just gonna, since I'm doing this on the holes, I'm going to just punch that down there. Okay, and I was thinking maybe I put my Crazy Goat Girl on the back. Be careful, I don't want to put holes in her. I'd have to put it sort of there, and then it'll be a little bit wide, but that'll be okay. I can chop that bit off, that won't matter. This is the widest I can do a thing, you see. This is regular size, so the height is 17 inches tall. Sorry, 17 centimetres tall by 10 centimetres wide for this and 11 for the tabs. So that's 11 already, so that's sticking out a bit too far. But I don't want to put holes in him. Right where his horns are is where the holes are going to be. So, sorry. I better not be getting sick. I managed to not be sick this year. I don't want to be sick. I don't have time for being sick. And it's always my voice that goes. It's always speaking that's effective. It's coughing and my throat and my voice and coughing and wheezing and all the bits that people really don't want to listen to when you're doing live things. Oh, anyway. Okay. So that takes care of the holes. Can we punch those now so that that is at the top? So now it sits there instead of in the middle. So now I can add something to the bottom. I was going to go with this on the bottom, which is good because I can put it so that it will have a hole right where that hole needs to be for the, I have to chop a bit off that end, but I can do it so that there's a hole right where it needs to be on the hole punch. Love that sound. Don't you just love that sound? This I will probably sew on with my machine, but for now I can just tack it where it's going to be. So that's going to be there. We've got our witch's alphabet, spiritualism, which I need to back that with something, and a witch's alphabet. So where can we put the witch's alphabet? Let's put I want him. Let's put that over there. That's a lobster clasp. We don't need a safety pin for it. So I put that there. Yeah. That. I like it. That's going to go on there. Think about where this is going to go. I think that's going to go there. So what I want is a piece of something to go across there. I could steal a bit off this, couldn't I? That'll do. So that's going to sit there. It's going to sit just there behind the lace. Oh, see you, die. Sorry, I'm shaking the camera. I've got to get my glue down to the beginning. Got to get my glue down to the end. This dries clear. You've just got to be careful because this is printed on acetate with an inkjet, and inkjet isn't waterproof. So you've just got to be careful if you have to go over any of the letters that you don't kind of scrub into the letters and disturb the ink. It bleeds into the ink a little bit, into the words. It bleeds into the glue a little bit anyway because it's wet, but near the top. So that's going to be my witchy bits section. not a book of shadows witchy bits. I've got a book of shadows for my witchy bits. This is just kind of stuff that I'm not really studying. It's just interesting things that I'm kind of looking at. Once I decide to actually study it or find a good list of resources for it, you know, putting resources into here, you know, books that I want to get or websites I want to read, that kind of thing. That will be what I do. So I've got like that, for instance, that palmistry printout, which is obviously, I've not done any palmistry ever, but it's to do with astrology. It's related to astrology. It uses the astrological symbols and things. So it's interesting to me. So it might not be something I want to study particularly, but it's something that I can look at and go, well, why do these relate to this bit? You know, why? What does it mean? You know, if that's Aquarius, what does that mean? And then I can write on the back, you see. I've left it plain, so I could write on the back. But I can actually print like this old paper on the back as well if I want to. What are those? Oh, those are my Halloween ones. Ooh, heating must have gone off. It's gone a bit chilly. Okay, so that's going to live there. I'll sew that on with my... It's a tiny bit low. Tiny, tiny, tiny bit low. I wonder if I can squish it up just a little bit. Maybe I can bring the lace down. I might have to do the lace the same as I did the other one. That's going to stick out quite a lot at the bottom though. Oh no, it's not, because I moved it up, didn't I? Hang on. I moved it up so that I could put the lace on the bottom. Ah, I can actually put the lace through those holes, which would be better. So I can hand stitch it like I've just done with the green one, and then it will just hang very slightly down at the bottom. Oh, I like that. That's very cool. That's very cool. Yes. I love it when a plan comes together. So now what am I going to do with this? How am I going to put my charm on there? I was thinking actually maybe I'd put... I don't want to cover my crow. I like my crow. What have I got here? I've got little bits here. A magic lantern. And a phonograph. Oh, photography and phonograph and... What's this? A little bit of extra something something. Maybe I could put a little bit of something on there. Like that. Put my charm through it, like that. Kind of looks a little bit odd though. Needs to be something coming all the way down, I think. Okay, what else have I got in here? I've got all these bits, I must have something in here. It's a shame that ticket goes across there, because that Halloween is calling card. It's fantastic. But that's printed over the top of it, which is kind of annoying. Let's see what else we've got. I don't have anything specifically that I could use. Have a quick think. Think. Oh, no. What if I did... a little bit of bling, like just a whoops, just a corner of a bit of bling. hung that off it. What about a moon? Oh, that's the end. There we go. What about one of these? And hang it off there. I think I'd want to put it that way, like a chalice. Nope. Nope, 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 nope. I need something that shape. Think, 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 think. What have we got? What have we got? What have we got? I think I want a bit of paper or something. What about a bit of washi tape? What about a bit of fancy washi tape? There we go. That'll do. I've actually got some what are they called? A spring-heeled jack and an old crystal ball reader. Ooh, yeah. To have some of those. I might put that across there. That moustache is annoying me. There we go. That's better. How are we doing now? I've got some. Ooh! 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 Hold that thought. Hold that thought. Are they in here though? That's the question. Oh, I know. I think they might be in my Halloween bag, which is over here. So all sorts of bits and pieces like this that I have just remembered. All sorts of stuff. It's my Halloween section. Look, I got plague doctors and everything. Some more skeletons. But I know what I'm looking for. I'm looking for something very specific. Printouts. Nope. Nope. Ooh, he'll come in handy, I'm sure. Oh, come on, where are you? You've got to be in here somewhere. Oh, where are they? I have Halloween rub-ons somewhere. They've got all sorts of crazy stuff. Why are they not in my Halloween bag? You jolly well should be. That's some interesting paper to put in there. Damn you, Salazar! Where are they? Ooh, too colourful. Can't find them. That's so annoying. But I found loads of other cool stuff. Those I can use. These are just free printable things. I don't even know where I got them. They're just crazy skeletons, and I've got Plague Doctors, so that can be really fun for that section. I'm thinking maybe one of these could look rather cool up there. There's a sun and moon one. Doesn't quite go with the colour scheme though. Does it? Doesn't it? Not quite. Doesn't quite go. What about the beetle? Yeah. No. Okay, so witching hour. I kind of like that clock, that pocket watch. Is that big enough to punch out on there? I don't think it is. No, not quite. That one would. Grr! I think he's going on there. Can't have too many ravens, right? Where's my podge brush? Oh, there he is. Yes, him I like. Now, maybe I can do a bit of this bit. That bird's missing a bit anyway, so it doesn't matter if I use this. So how about if we pull some of this off. Yes, I like it. I'm actually thinking that I need to bring that brown down a little bit. What if I do whoops, throw Mod Podge everywhere, matte medium everywhere, that's not a great idea. Let's just put this over here, just to bring that brown down to the bottom. A bit more balance, that's better. Sure it's not covering that hole. And then the lace will sit there. Yeah, just brings that brown down a little bit. I like that. Okay, so now I think what I can do is I've got some, what do you call them? Rivets? I could put a rivet through there and hang that on there through the rivet hole. I think that'd look really cool. I've got some brass ones. So I could actually punch a hole through that and put the rivet on it. I don't know where my rivets are right now. I have to go and find them, dig them out, but effectively yes. And then the lace on the bottom. Bob's your uncle. I'm not a big fan of distressing everything to the ends of the earth with Tim Holtz distressings, just to make it look old. There's ways of making things look old without having to use. I mean, I've got vintage photo. Look, got vintage photo. I do have it. I do use it, but I don't think you have to distress absolutely everything to make it look old. Everything does not have to have Tim Holtz on it. Not that I've got anything against Tim Holtz. I just, you know, there's other ways of doing it. So now I think what I'll do is put him on there like that, because I adore this. I absolutely adore this. The fancy postcard thing on the back I printed out anyway, so that doesn't matter. I can't remember which side's going to go off the edge, so I'm just going to put glue on all of it and we'll wipe it off afterwards. So he's right up the right way. Put him close to the holes, but not completely. Make sure he's even. Yep. Every time I look at this, it just makes me laugh. Oh, nobody can say the Victorians didn't have a sense of humour, because they really did. Okay, that's coming off there. So the lace will sit, I'll put that on there so I don't lose it. I'll find my rivets later. What are they called? Rivets? Grommets? Oh, I can't remember. Words fail me lately. I don't know what's going on. Yes. Now all we need is a little bit of bling. Let's just take that off there. I don't like the way it's covering that bit of the glass. There we go. I'm actually thinking eyelets. Thank you, Abigail. That's the word I was looking for. Eyelets, not grommets. Eyelets. Now what I'm thinking for the bling is putting those bits on there like I thought earlier. So that's going to be there. Let's cut that across there diagonally so it doesn't stick out at the edges like that. And I'm thinking bling, 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 bling. That's what I'm thinking. Might even be able to find a use for that actually. That would have looked cool up there actually. Oh, I could put it on the other side. Yes, that I like. So that's going to happen. More is more is our motto. I've always been a fan of throw it at the page and see what sticks. So if it doesn't stick, make it. If it doesn't stick, use stronger glue. That one doesn't want to stick on there. Yes. And then that will hang out and you'll see the bling on the other pages. The bling will hang out just below the other pages. I like it. I like it. Okay, now this little bit here could actually put on that corner. Just to decorate that little corner. Let's take those little bits off the top. Do not leave the lid off your E6000, that's how it dries up. Just position it so that hole is there. Maybe a little bit further across, maybe that hole there. Yes, there we go, that's better. Yes, I like it. And then you'll have the plain lace on that side. And the decorative lace on that side. Okay, that's one done. The other one will be quicker because I don't, it's not that I don't care as much about it, it just be, I just already know what I want to do. So that one needs to be stitched and it needs to dry. I pulled these papers out because this is green and orange, so that'll be cool in my witchy section. So the science and nature one is already the height at the top. So at the bottom, it's going to be just right. All I want to do is add a bit of this. So I don't know how to... I think I'm going to have to... whoops. Put some glue on this before I do anything else to stop it fraying. Okay, while we wait for our glue to come down to the end, let's I don't want it to cover that hole, but it will cover that hole. Oh, I may have to stitch that one too, because it'd be too long otherwise. Unless I cut it short. I guess I could cut it short, couldn't I? Doesn't matter that much. There we go, now I can do both ends at the same time before they start fraying. Sit down. There. Just move it down a bit so that the gold on the back of the fringing shows on that side. I think that's cool. I'm so covered in glue. Yep, I like that. It's a shame about that corner, but kind of everything. Bits everywhere. Science and nature. Right, so ooh! Ooh! Got a couple of things that could work actually. Got a great big tree thing there, which is weird. I don't think I want to use that though. Ooh, music vellum. That, aha! There we go. Now we're cooking. How come I couldn't find these just now? Maybe my rub-ons are in here after all. Because I couldn't find these just now either. Science and nature. How about a bit of that overlaid on top of that? Just to make it slightly different. That way. That might be better. Oh, actually, I can stick this one with glue. This one sticks with Brit Stick, if I remember correctly. Because it's tissue paper, not vellum. It's really nice tissue paper too. I got it for £1 a pack in the works, and you get the same amount as you do in the Tim Holtz ones, but you get 3 different designs and it's only £1 a pack, whereas the Tim Holtz ones are one design and they're quite expensive and hard to get here in the UK. You off now? Okay, I'm nearly done, so you won't miss much. I like that, that's good. Science and nature, it's got some bling. My card goes on the back there. It needs a little bit of something just there. Ooh, excuse me. No, maybe not. It just needs, okay, let's move some stuff out the way here. I've got a lot of stuff happening. Let's put lids on our glues before they all dry out. Okay, so that's the spiritualism one that's going in there. Oh, Edison phonograph. That's science, isn't it? So that one's going in there. I've just got to sew the lace on.
those are for that section as well. And this is going in, oh, hang on, is that my science and nature section? No, where's my science and nature section gone? Science and nature, this is all spiritualism. Huh. And this is writers. Oh, right, okay, there we go. So the science and nature, that clashes with the green. The science and nature is going in there. How about if we put that on there, like that, as a little clip. Doesn't have to be stuck on. Yes! The Edison phonograph, science and nature. Really, it should be a cinematograph. But I don't have one of those. I've only got this phonograph. But it's close, isn't it? It's pretty cool. Okay, so that's the science and nature one. The correspondence one. That needs some bling. That's missing bling. We are missing bling from the correspondences. How about if we give our raven a little bit of shiny? Because ravens like shinies, don't they? Yes. Let's do it. No, I like it down there. You just got to be careful with this E6000 that you don't get it all over your fingers because you stick to stuff. There we go. That's just the right amount of bling. Yes. So that's correspondence. I'm going to put some more of this washi tape along here just to cover that edge and then put a circle thing. See, this is what I meant. Like that. So you can, you know, what are they called? So I'll put some washi tape down there. Might even put it off the edge a little bit so that it comes out a bit. And then we've got the why is science and nature in there? Where is... Oh! I see what's happened. This one's too far forward. It's not supposed to be up there. I think I need another one that's for food and things, but I'm not sure. Technically I could put food in herbs and nature. There we go. That's where that's supposed to be. I think I might have enough dividers. I don't want to have too many because then I end up not being able to find things. So correspondences, spiritualism, I'm going to put the lace on there. I'll sew that on in a second. Science and nature, I really like this one actually. That gap is bugging me a little bit, but I can't really do anything about that. Literature is another one I really like. I like all of them actually. Oh, okay, that's where science and nature should be. What the heck? I'm so backwards with this. What have I done? Right, because it's
I don't have two greens together. I've got the green and the purple. Then I've got the green. Here we go. The green and then the purple. There we go. That's better. Oh. So I'll have the black there sticking out the bottom. And then the purple and the green and the purple and the black. And purple and black, which is the family and friends one. That's art. And then my blue one, which is for me. That's my personal stuff. And then my commonplace cover. And I think that's as chunky as we're going to be able to make it, because I'm going to need to stop adding stuff to the edges now. Maybe I need to start on my A5 one. But I'm pretty happy with him. That's got to go on there. We've got to put our florets on. Again, that's a sewing job, so I'm not going to sit and do that on camera. But that's going to be, there's going to be 3 of those down the spine. It's so over the top. I love it. You know what I could do is put some of this. Put some of this along the back there. That would look good. So it covers over that bit. That would be nice and easy to stitch onto the lace. I could do that, couldn't I? I like that. I don't like the fact that this sticks out so much, but I need somewhere to put those big postcards. So I think maybe if I use some of that, and then once I've got that on, it'll look all right. Yeah, I might do that. So I'm going to need to take this over to my other desk with me, because I need to cut a bigger piece. And I might use that same stuff on the front, actually, for these bits that are supposed to have cards in. If I put a bit on a card like that, and then it'll hang out there. So it'll be on the front and the back. I think that'll look really cool. Because minimalism is overrated, people. Anyway, that's it for today. I've done as much on camera as I can. Now I have to go and finish sewing bits and stuff, but basically it's finished. So that's been a really fun little project to play with over the last week. I know you didn't get to see an awful lot of it on camera, but you know, there wasn't really much I could do when I'm sewing black on black with black. You wouldn't have seen anything. It was hard enough to see what I was doing today. It's wonderfully extra. Yeah, it's Victorian extra. Maybe that's what I'll call it, Victorian extra. Can't go wrong with a bit of bling. And I've got an A5 one to do now. So that's going to be even more fun because I've got a bigger space to work on. So, thanks for watching, and I'll see you all again Friday. Who knows, maybe I'll have started my A5 by then. You never know. Cheers guys, see you later.